Also, just wound wrong. What is your old outro song? I've scoured the dark web to find all of Kevin MacLeod's songs that you use, but the outro song is still lurking somewhere in the deep web. Also, since this is May 4th, may the 4th be with you. I am a huge loser. Please help me. I don't think I could help you with that terminal illness. But anyway, my old outro song, if anyone wants to know, is called, and I could even play it right now, for nostalgia's sake. It is called, you must have seen it right there in my VLC media player, Off to Osaka. Off to Osaka by Kevin MacLeod. Kevin MacLeod. I still don't know how to pronounce his name, but Off to Osaka is my old outro song. And thank you very much for sharing. We've got Squardzilla. Here we go. What the f?
Hello, degenerates of the internet. My name is Hauser, and today I'm reviewing Studio Series 83 Soundwave. And the only thing I can say about this figure is Soundwave superior.
Straight out of the box, you can easily tell which design this is. It's a perfect blend of G1 and movie live action aesthetic, and that's many of the case, or like, it's like very, this entire wave, I'm lost for words of how this wave has been. This guy is perfect. It's one of the closest things we've had to perfect movie accuracy in figures in ever, really. And the deep blue they casted him in is literally perfect for a Soundwave. So looking at him closer, you can obviously see the mechanical details all around, the panel lines, the panels extruding out from each other, the scuff marks. I don't know if this is supposed to be like that, that's just how my figure came. He also, gunmetal grey, they molded his like thigh joints, his knee joints, his hands, his elbow joints, and just parts around the figure is one of my favourite colours and plastic colours in Hasbro's plastic colour library or whatever, I don't know. And why the hell didn't they just do this in that gunmetal grey instead of mould it in the blue and paint over it? Also, we're done with this, I don't want to see it anymore. And what is a Soundwave without his battery? His battery's just here. Soundwave isn't Soundwave without it. Like, look. Oh, this doesn't look right. You can also put it on his right or left side, but there, that's not right. And another problem with the figure. This guy is so solid, he has no loose joints at all, except his goddamn ankles. The joints that need to be tight to hold the figure just fall and flop. It's so loose and wobbly, and oh my god, he's standing. What a miracle. He also has waffling, a lot of waffling in the thighs, the whatever this is, and the feet, but no one really cares about the feet. Except some people. And this little grey button. I'll never stop loving that. To eject Ravage out the chest, undo that. Undo the back, has no eject feature. Disappointing, and he's as empty as me. The little brick that came out of this man's chest is Ravage. Sadly, Ravage isn't included with the figure, so you are irrelevant. I don't want to make a double review. And with the previous mentioned solidity of this guy, you best believe he's well fun to pose. Ball joint at the head. He can look up that far and down barely any. You lift this cannon out of the way and get a full swivel and some side to side. Trigger happy hot rod joints, please stop this Hasbro. but these ones are weird. First of all, these don't like to tab in. They should have had tabs, but they don't. And his shoulder joint is on 2 shoulder joints. So one in this little area, which would have been perfect, and another here, which does absolutely nothing. It's more for the transformation. Here's a bicep cut. Double jointed elbow, which allows for a little past 90. Disappointing. Here's a swivel at the waist, but it makes him look a bit too happy. Beautiful spread. You can kick back that far. You move his trigger happy crotch. It can move forward about this far. Here's a double bend at the knee, which also allows for a little past 90. Here's a amazing ankle tilt, which is too goddamn loose. Here's a swivel at the ankle, which is also... Here's a swivel at the ankle, which is also too goddamn loose. And a rocking forward and back at the ankle, which is the loosest of them all, which stops him from standing right. Little things ruining an almost perfect figure. Overall, posability is pretty decent. It's not anything amazing like Earthrise Optimus, but still, it's better than nothing. The creaking noises you hear in the background is my chair. That's why I want to get a new one since it's uncomfortable. Onto some size comparisons. Hauser, Hi Toys Godzilla, love these, and Netflix / Earthrise Optimus Prime. Not gonna bring this guy in because he doesn't transform. Also, this dude has a beautiful repaint. Being one of the most movie accurate figures, you would assume his alt mode is also movie accurate. Let me tell ya, he didn't have one. So Hasbro was given the creative liberties to make whatever they want for the alt mode. Let's get this over with. This part is the part that folded out. With this, you want to move the whole shoulder instead of just this shoulder. This little tab there tabs into this. Now you can move this out. Make sure it's angled this way so it's facing down. And tap this into that. Can be annoying to get the right angle on the tab, but you'll get used to it once you keep transforming them. This doesn't tab into anything. When there's clear waffling, you could have made a little tab to tab in. Now the instructions tell you to do this one at a time, but I like doing it at the same time since it's less annoying. This is probably the most annoying part, and it's going to be really annoying to do on camera, but you have to fold this in at the same time. You fold this in, and you have to get these tabs in between his thighs, and it's just a big mess. First, I like to fold up his feet like this so they're just out of the way. Then you go shift this whole thing back, like that. It's annoying since these double knee joints don't like to do it. Untap these little slots here into these tabs. What in the name of Primus is this? It's just folding up Soundwave with extra steps and clearance issues. I forgot to do that. Does barely anything. The clearance issues, especially on the legs and the feet, are annoying. I mean, it's not unbearable, but it's profusely annoying. This alt mode and transformation is a stain on an otherwise almost perfect figure. And apparently this is supposed to be a Cybertronian tank. What is this? It's Green Goblin's glider or whatever. And his knees are just right there. At least it's kind of cohesive. The obvious feet are there, the gaps everywhere, and not even the back's that good. And don't get me started on the... What if they'd massacred my boy? I know it's a rule of thumb never to look at the underside of a Transformer because you're gonna find some really interesting things. But this doesn't even attempt to hide that it's a Transformer. It is literally Soundwave folded up into a square. The weapon storage is... doesn't even tab in right. And you best be sure that this is as annoying to transform, like de-transform into robot mode, as it is to transform into robot mode. The best thing this weapon storage is going to do is either attempt to paint chip that gold, or flop around and be annoying. And they don't even add wheels, they leave his painted clear plastic chest to support the entire figure. What a disappointment. For size comparisons, we have Hauser, Higher Toys Godzilla. The more I look at you, the more beautiful you get. And Earthrise Optimus Prime. And don't forget my previous review, the LEGO Star Wars Mandalorian Starfighter. Barely fit on camera. There we go. Overall, this figure's pretty alright. An absolutely amazing robot mode, stained by the transformation and vehicle mode. If those two things were better, this could have been in my top 5 Transformers figures ever. But sadly, the flaws are too much. I rate this guy a 3 out of 5. Now we've done that, come here, my child.